This is me. You'll probably find by the end of this video that you'll probably start going a bit internal. Probably starting to do that now. Go internal and to understand the mindset of an athlete. I've been an athlete myself, elite levels of martial arts, taekwondo. Since then, been in business, business related environment, employee for 10 years, and then out by myself for now 19 years working with elite performers. What I realized in business that same mentality. Everyone's working for someone else. They're not chasing their dream. They're used by someone else to chase theirs. This is why I love working with peak performers, because whether it be athletes or CEOs in business leaders and athletes, because they're generally individual. They've got a dream. They're chasing it for themselves. But it's also a very lonely place. And this is why I'm reaching out to you. Just to understand that yes, there is a journey. Yes, there is stuff that goes on. It goes on with everyone. Now, 19 years now, I've worked with 48 world and Olympic champions. I know something different. They all think exactly the same way. They can be standing on the Olympic podium, Olympic gold medal, and still think that wasn't good enough. Every world champion, every Olympic champion I've got, gold medalists, exactly the same thing. Then after that success, they crash and they just go, well, who was I to think I could do it again? That was just luck. I've got to train another 4 years to only match what I've already achieved. There's so many games that go on within our minds as athletes, as humans, there's certain fundamentals. What I can assure you, you are not broken. You are not different. Sure, there's subtleties and difference in goals and dreams and sports and lifestyle and behavior and upbringing. But traditionally, we all work exactly the same way. Brain has got one job, and that's to protect you. Protect you from physical, emotional, financial hurt and harm. It's going to do everything it can to go back in the past, to capture all these memories of past experiences, to project it forward as a reminder and protection so you don't get hurt again. If you just take that concept and then you look at that from an athlete perspective, how do you ever think you're going to get any better? Because the brain is trying to hold you back, to protect you, to stop you. All your training and all your goals are designed to move forward. So therefore, you can see where the difference and where the vulnerability is. It's in your past, it's in your fears, it's in your past experiences. It's in those triggers that go, I'm going to a competition. I've been training for so long, I should be good. What a lot of people don't get within the training aspect is the fact that they don't work on the brain. And this is not detrimental. This is just, it's an old belief. If you need to work on the brain, there's something wrong with you, something broken. But I can assure you, you're not broken. I can also assure you that the people are saying you don't need to work on your brain are probably the ones that have. Think about it. Because if they found the edge in their sport, would they go and tell you about it? Probably not, unless you're a very close personal friend or in your different sport. I know personally a lot of athletes they break through because they start working with the brain. They have massive breakthroughs, massive shifts in results, in ease and performance. And then they'll tell their opponents something different about what they did. You might have, I'll just use an example, a swimmer. All of a sudden they're just going from average and just making finals in the nationals, and now they're international events and going to the Olympics and being on the podium. And when they're interviewed, what do you think they're going to say? I've worked with this incredible mindset coach. I've gone to the deeper parts of the brain and rewired myself. I found the love and the enjoyment for sport again. They're not going to tell you that. What they're going to say is you need to go and train harder. Focus more. Just push through it. Do longer hours, burn yourself out, push to exhaustion, and then do another training session and you'll break through. Why do you think they say that? They're basically telling you what not to do, because they've now discovered that the results come from minimizing fear, finding the fun and the enjoyment for training, doing less, getting more. So how do you break through this? Number one is acceptance. Number one is understanding that you are not broken. Your brain is probably working exactly the right way and you think it's fighting it. What if you understood how the brain worked so you weren't fighting it? I'll be sharing a lot of information on this YouTube channel through shorts, through these longer videos. Also follow me on Instagram, Stuart Walter ASW, as in Athlete Secret Weapon. Because you're not broken. You don't need fixing. I mean, just as an example, okay, I'll come back to a swimmer. I use this example of a long distance swimmer I've worked with. I'll use the word they, so it's not defined as male or female, because then it probably gives it away. Australian international, on the Olympic team. Basically, they said, okay, well, this is my PB. When was the last time you got a PB? Because as part of the process, we go through setting a peak performance state. And setting the peak performance state is basically digging into your skill set. If you've already achieved a personal best, you can already do it. But if you're 1 or 2 or 3 seconds or 0.2 or 0.1 off a personal best, what's the reason why you're not continually doing that time? So I worked with this person and we went, okay, so how many hours a day do you swim and train? So it's basically 3 hours or 5 hours a day. So dry land, weights, yoga, Pilates, plus you've also got the technical, the tactical aspect of it, plus you've got the in-pool swimming. So 5 kilometers a day swimming, 6 days a week. So if you look at 5 hours a day, even 5 days a week, 6 days a week, there's 30 hours. Now what happens is they hadn't had a personal best for 18 months. 18 months. So consider that, 30 hours a week. Why do you need to train harder? Success isn't about training harder. Sure, you've got to do the physical training to rotate the muscles. But you stop and do the calculations. I can't do it at the moment because I'm recording. It's like about 1,580 hours of training and they haven't got any faster. Think about that. 1,580 hours of training and have gone slower. Why? More pressure, higher expectation, not getting the results they wanted. They started putting more pressure on themselves. By putting more pressure on themselves, they tighten up. By tightening up, they're losing all technique and big spiral down. Didn't take much to break them through. And all of a sudden, personal best in the next competition, international competition. I think it was 4 events and 3 personal bests. So my advice to you as an athlete, you are not broken. You have the skills, the abilities and talents you need to succeed in your sport. You just need to be able to understand how to maximize these resources that you've got, the skill set you've got, and the dreams you're focused on. It's really not that hard. Stay tuned for more information. Connect. If you think this is some avenue or pathway you want to go down, reach out, have a look at some online programs. This is not a big sell, this is education. I've been there as an athlete. I went from average to elite very quickly because I shifted this. Now this is what I'm doing, is helping other athletes do exactly the same. Not forcing you into anything, it's just this is here to let you know you're not broken. And if that helps you, that'll take a huge amount of pressure off you. So when you go training into that, you get much better results. Take care, bye.